Hello aspirants, you all know that UPSC Prelims examination is approaching very fast. It is on 26th of May 2024 and you all require a very perfect revision material. On this note, Shield IAS has launched rapid revision books and these are 9 in total. Now, what is the meaning of a perfect revision book or revision material? There are multiple sources, they are basic NCERTs and they are advanced books or reference books. And it's very difficult for the aspirant to revise all those books multiple times. So hence a perfect revision material or a perfect revision book is that which has got accumulation from all these standard sources at one place. That means all the topics and subtopics which are very relevant for the examination should be visible in just one revision book, should be covered in just one revision book. That means it should be having comprehensive coverage, but it should be presented in a very concise manner, that is for easy revision and faster reading, so that you are able to do multiple revisions of the subject, so that you gain as much confidence as possible that you are able to do most of the previous year's questions, the test questions and the forthcoming questions in the examination on 26th of May. On this note, I am going to open up the rapid revision book 1, that is on Ancient India History, Art and Culture. So here, when we see on the board, so this is the PDF of the book. Now this is a rapid revision book. Now here, as I told you, the title is Ancient India History, Art and Culture. Now, history, art and culture. When you talk about the beauty of the book lies in its table of content, the TOC. So first of all, this is rapid revision book 1, Ancient India History, Art and Culture. I told you that there will be or there are 9 books. 4 are already released. 5 are going to be released by mid of February. So here let's see the book itself. As I told you, let's go through the table of content. Now, the table of content. Now, many times what happens, the students start from mostly Indus Valley civilization and they usually neglect the time period, that is the prehistory and the proto-history. But usually the questions are also being asked. There are certain areas where the UPSC asking more questions, that is art and culture. So that means a standard revision or perfect revision book is that we should have coverage right from the start till the complete end and should also be focusing on the art and culture part, so that many questions which look difficult to students which are coming from art and culture part can easily be answered. So this is the book which has got every possible coverage, and that coverage can be seen from the TOC itself. So when is the TOC? The prehistoric period in India. So the Stone Age. So here coverage are the Paleolithic sites. Okay. Mesolithic period, including sites. Neolithic period. When we talk about the proto-history, when we are talking about Chalcolithic. Now, so as I told you, the focus will not be only on the coverage of history, the sites, but also of art and culture. Now, when we talk about art and culture, what you find is going to start from prehistoric art. So, prehistoric art will be linking you to what? The art in the Indus Valley civilization, so art of the IVC. Similarly, when you move towards the types of pottery, so PGW, NP, NBPW, and OCP. Then followed by the Rigvedic period. Now, Rigvedic period, usually you read about social structure, the economic structure, the religion. Similarly, later Vedic period. But now, here the major focus here is again on literature. So, Vedic literature, that is Rigveda, Yajurveda, the Samveda, Atharveda, Brahmanas, Aryankas, Upanishads. Now, another area of neglect in terms of what common revision by students are the Indian schools of philosophies. So here, Indian schools of philosophy, right from the Samkhyas, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purvamimamsa, Vedanta, and also unorthodox schools which include Charvaka. Now, when we talk about next is Buddha. Buddha consuls are also very important in terms of what? Knowing the basic outcomes of these consuls which are actually asked by UPSC in the examination. Further, we talk about different schools of Buddhism, Buddhist text, Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Abhidhamma Pitaka, Jatakas, Milinpana, Deepvams, Mahavams, Buddha Charita. All these are the areas regularly UPSC asks questions. Further, when we talk about the Buddha scholars, each and every year at least one question will be coming on the scholars of what, the Buddha or the Buddhism or maybe the Jainism. So here Asanga Vasubandhu, Ashogosha, Buddhagosha, Chandrakirti, Dharmakirti, Didnag, Nagarjuna and Aryadeva. So every scholar has been covered here. Further, now Buddhist architecture. Right from the Bodh Gaya, Mahabodhi, Nalanda University, Greco-Buddhist, Art of Gandhara, Gandhara versus Mathura School of Art. So that means the entire what art is also covered with respect to Buddha. Buddha schools are also being covered. Buddha text is also being covered, and also Buddha scholars are also being covered. Further, we talk about Vardhaman Mahavira. So again, the doctrines of Jainism, Jaina councils, okay, Jaina councils, Jaina terms, prominent Tirthankaras, and Jaina architecture. So here you will not be finding such a compilation where you will finding what the history, the course of the history, as well as what special focus on art and architecture. So again, now when we talk about the 16 Mahajanpadas, so all the 16 Mahajanpadas have been given here with the location as well as the capital as well as the unique features of those 16 Mahajanpadas. So 16 Mahajanpadas. Now then, the rise of Magadha, the Haryanka dynasty comprising of these kings, okay, the Sisunaga dynasty comprising of these kings, the Nanda dynasty. Okay, during this time period, what was also happening? Persian invasion. Then we talk about Mauryas and Ashoka, Ashoka Dhammas, Ashoka edicts, minor edicts, pillar edicts have been covered in detail with the messages written on them. Again, their location and the messages, which pillar edict UPSC asks. Now, similarly, Mauryan administration. So, administration is another area where the UPSC asks questions. Okay, administration at the central level, the provinces level, at the village level. Then the Mauryan architectures, the pillars and sculptures, rock cut architecture, stupas, chaityas, viharas, Sanchi stupa, lion capital Sarnath, and now post-Mauryan dynasties. Sangha, then these Sangha kings, Kanva dynasty. Further, when we talk about the Sakas, the Parthians, Kushanas, Satavahanas, all these have been covered in detail. Similarly, the Satavahana architecture, Sakas. Then, yes, another thing which is usually neglected in terms of coverage is the post-Mauryan age. So, post-Mauryan age, the craft, the guilds, the trade, settlements, art and architecture, and this includes all those Mathura, Sarnath, and Gandhara school of arts. Now, similarly again, the entire architecture is again being covered in detail. So, Buddhist monuments in South India. So, right from the Amravati school of art, the Karle caves, the Ajanta caves, the Padmapani Bodhisattva, then Ellora. So, all these are there in this content. Other Buddha sculptures. So, that means you will not be getting stressed from where to cover all these difficult things, because there is a book called Nitin Singhania which is very bulky to read. So everything has been filtered here in this revision book. So temple architecture. So now the temple architecture. So Nagar, subdivision Nagar. So now the temples in Central India, West India, the East India, and even the hilly regions of the country. Now further, when you talk about the Sangam age, again the things are covered in detail. The Sangam literature from the megalith to the state politics of Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Then the Pandyan kings, the Chola kings, okay, the early Cholas we are talking about, ancient India, this is ancient India. Then again the Sangam polity, social organization structure, economy of the Sangam period. Again the Guptas with their kings and even the Vakataka dynasty. So now similarly economy, society, and the Vakatakas, religion, literature. So we know this was a golden period of literature, this is Gupta period, science and tech, again art and architecture. Post-Gupta, so the emergence of various what kingdoms, especially when we talk about the Harshvardhana, the Pallavas, Then again the important kings of the Pallavas. So Pallava architecture again been covered. So Chalukyas, again the Chalukya temples have been covered. So Chalukyas, Chalukya temples. Then similarly Rashtrakutas, again the architecture. So what you're finding is the all the time period art and architecture have been the major focus of this quality of perfect revision book. Then we talk about India, the transition period from 700 to 1030 AD. Now, this will be the end of the ancient history coverage. But now, there's a separate section altogether with respect to other art and culture things which are covered at one place. So, art and culture here starts with what? Classical dances. So, all the 8 classical dances have been covered. So, Bharatnatyam, Kathakali, Kathak, Manipuri, Odissi, Kuchipudi, Satriya, and Mohiniyattam, followed by the folk dances, the paintings, the wall paintings, the mural paintings, miniature paintings, theatre. So these are the number of theatre that have been shown from Manpathar to Swang to Nautanki, and what are the special features, where they were actually performed. So now all these are being covered in detail. And comes the puppet forms. From the string puppets to the shadow puppets to when you talk about the glow puppets. So every rod puppets, there are 4 types of puppets that are that art is being for performed in different parts of the country. Again, the features of these and their locations. Then comes the Indian music. So what you're finding is dances we have covered here. We have covered art and architecture. We have covered what your puppetry we have covered. So it means all the things. So you feel very confident that once you are going through this quality content, you will not be requiring anything else to be read. But what is my direction is revise again and again so that you get enough confidence. Further, what we see here is now Carnatic music, so musical instruments also coming, martial art, classical languages, and other important monuments and structures which are covered in detail. That means this is the book, this is a revision book which is called the compilation of entire what range of the ancient India chronologically and with special focus on art and culture. So once you revise for this, you will be able to get enough confidence. But now there's a huge number of items to be revised. Now how to revise them? So in my previous video, I talked about that there's a timetable that is also launched by Shield IAS, 5-month revision timetable, and the January timetable is already out, and many students are actually using it for their own perfection. And that January timetable has got a focus on revision of 2 GS portions or 2 GS subjects. One is Ancient India as per the rapid revision book, and second is Indian polity. So Indian polity, so that means you can make the best use of this revision book. Make the best use of this revision book. Let me show you some more things in this book. So usually Stone Age, Paleolithic Age, now Middle Paleolithic Age sites, important Mesolithic sites, important Neolithic sites, Chalcolithic. So let me show you one specific thing here. So there are various Indus Valley civilization sites, and UPSC usually asks about those sites, and many times the sites are not well known, but they are also very important with respect to the examination because unique features are being asked. So here in this book, there's a complete coverage of all the IVC sites. So now this is IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, and let's see the IVC sites now. Yes. So starting with Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, the findings in detail, the location, the river. Now Balathan and Kalibangan, Chanrudaro, Banwali, Sukdagendor, Lothal, Sarkudada, Rangpur, Rakhigadi, Dholavira, Ropad, Alamgirpur, Kodriji, Balu, Daimabad, yes, Kerala Nodoro or Kodbala. That means even the lesser known sites are also being covered with the unique findings or locations. So that means you will be getting confidence that once you have done at least 2 revision of this, you can handle maximum questions. But how to ultimately read this entire content? You require a proper timetable. how much to be read on daily basis, how much to be covered on the weekly basis, and how much to be covered in the entire month, and which topics to be covered on daily basis on the basis of to-do list. For this, a unique timetable is also being launched, and January timetable is already being out. I am showing to you and the glimpse of that timetable so that you can connect this entire content in terms of what how to read on daily basis. So now let me show you the timetable now. So this is what monthly revision strategy, 5 month success plan for 26 May 2024. This is a daily timetable for the month of January 2024. And to-do list. Now, so week 1, what to be read in from what 7 days for the first week, 7 days for the second week, 7 days for the third week on the basis of proper to-do list. And this to-do list actually matches the rapid revision books. So now let's see. Now, so that means for daily, yes, you have been given daily task for all the 31 days of the month of January. So here, when we talk about the week one, day one, that is Monday. So now, so these are the to-do list. So subject 1 is ancient India history and culture. So in this timetable, what we have told is, what we are focused on is how you are going to balance your preparation, because you are confused which GS subject you have to start with. Now, which topics to be covered in that GS subject, and those topics should be very, very relevant. Now, how to ultimately include CSET in your daily practice, how to include daily current affairs revision daily in your daily study timetable. Yes, so all these have been covered in detail on day-to-day basis. For example, we are focusing on what that you should be focusing on at least 2 GS subjects. So first GS subject is ancient history and culture. Now, what to do in a day? For example, this has been given the morning schedule. So that means to-do list. So prehistoric periods, so Paleolithic age to be covered, Mesolithic to be covered, Neolithic to be covered, and Chalcolithic to be covered in the first day or the first day of your revision. Now, this to be followed by the evening schedule, afternoon schedule. Now the Indian polity. I will also be showing you the rapid revision book of Indian polity. So making of the constitution to be read, parts of the constitution to be read, schedules, and union territory. So once you are able to revise from the, so I have given you open chance to revise from any of the sources. So the sources for ancient India are the old NCRTs, okay, the new NCRTs. But if you and Nitin Singhania, but if you want the content from old NCRTs, the new NCRTs, and Nitin Singhania to be coming in just one revision book, then the rapid revision book that I've shown you just now becomes extremely important. So you can rely completely on what rapid revision books by Shield IAS. Okay, that means the PDF of that is already attached to the video that you are watching. So you can download the PDF from the video itself, or you can go directly to the website www.shieldias.in. We'll also be seeing, I will also be showing you the website of Shield IAS. Now further, as I told you, it is also has got a CSET coverage of a daily of 1 hour and the current affairs. But here, just focus on the GS part first. Okay. So GS part. So first day, what to be read? This is a to-do list for your ancient history. So once you are able to do this on daily basis, so this is for day 2 task. So day 2, you are going to start with the fast revision of the previous day. Then you are going to add on the new topics like the prehistoric art and the Indus Valley civilization. All these actually matches, yes, the entire ancient history coverage, which is compiled in a proper sequence in the rapid revision books. Similarly, so day 2 is covered, day 3 is covered by you. Similarly, day 4 will be covered, day 5 will be covered, day 6, that is the end of the week, Saturday. So Saturday, so again the to-do list here is the Buddha consuls, and the schools of Buddhism. Now once you have done the first week of revision, now you can take weekly test. So again, the weekly test you can download from the website shieldias.in. So that means that will be giving you the confidence. I have read the entire range of things which are very, very relevant for the examination. Now I am doing a self-practice by ultimately downloading the weekly test on the basis of the revision that I have done for the entire week. So the weekly revision will lead to weekly test. So hence the Sunday has been capped for the weekly test. So each and every Sunday of the month will be for the weekly test. So again, from where you are going to download that weekly test? Again, from the website www.shieldias.in. Yes. So weekly test. So that means I was talking about the Revit revision books, which are a perfect revision material for the examination. That means it covers the entire range of the topics. But how to cover the topics on day-to-day basis, the weekly basis, that should be coming in the to-do list. That to-do list is given the timetable of the month. Once you are done with 1 week of revision, you can do weekly test. And finally, once you have covered the entire subject, then you can take the full length test. Yes, that is of 100 questions. So let me show you the weekly test now. So this is a weekly test now. So weekly test, weekly practice test. So week 1 coverage of 1 to 7 January. And this is from the to-do list of the weekly revision that we have already done or revised. Now this test comprises of questions on ancient history and culture and Indian polity as per the timetable, the to-do list. Now when we see, so 25 questions are there on ancient India. Similarly, 25 questions are there on Indian polity. And these questions are of highest standards as per matching the requirement of UPSC with the options. The ways of asking options also matches the requirement of UPSC. Now UPSC makes question difficult by asking questions on what maybe the unique features of a particular culture, or maybe art and craft, or art, paintings, music, yes, or philosophies. So hence the questions are covered in such a way that it is going to raise your standards of attempting difficult questions. So here consider following statements about Chalcolithic age. Okay, remarks the use of metals, pottery was present, use of bronze for tools. That means, and again, the method of asking the options is only one statement, two statements, three statements, or four statements. This is the new trend that has been followed by UPSC now. Further, let's see Neolithic sites where the pit dwelling is being found. Unless you know the exactly where the pit dwelling was being found in the Neolithic age, you cannot answer. And from where you're going to answer, when you're going to answer, when you got a perfect revision material. Further, similarly, paintings. The paintings at the rock shelters at Lakudiar on the banks of the Soal River. Again, it's very difficult to remember where is Lakudiar paintings. Okay, where is Soal River? Unless you know on the basis of content, you cannot answer this question. And when this type of question come in examination, you feel from where they have been asked, then you are confused. Then UPSC looks at difficult examination. UPSC is not a difficult examination. UPSC requires better and comprehensive coverage, and that is there given in the book. So similarly, 25 questions are there on your ancient India, so which you can practice. This is a weekly test which you can practice after doing 1 week of revision. So this will open up now 25 questions, now followed by 25 questions on Indian polity. So in the timetable, the two subjects are to be covered on daily basis in January: ancient history as well as Indian polity. So now this will give you complete confidence that you are revising on the basis of a timetable. You are with the flow of the things on daily basis. You can map your daily progress, your weekly progress, your monthly progress, and you're revising that from a very high quality, perfect revision material. And you're also including your revision with practice on weekly basis. And at the end of the month with a full length test. That means you are now approaching the examination in a very, very confident manner. So now you can download all these things from the website. Let me show you the website. Okay, so the website shieldias.in, Shield IAS. Now in that you are going to go to the resources section. So all the things like the timetable, the current affairs thing, the tests, rapid revision books, you can download the PDF free of cost. So resources. So current affairs, this is the magazine, this is the magazine. Now we are talking about rapid revision book. So when you click on this, you will be finding rapid revision books already being uploaded here. So you can download the PDF. Now similarly the timetable. So student strategy in English, the timetable you can download. It is also available in Hindi also for the Hindi medium students. So you can download. So that means this is a very rich website and they're comprising of very rich content. You can download this for your own benefit. Now, hence you are supposed to join me, yes, at Shield IAS. And what is Shield IAS? See, we are not here to entertain you. I repeat, we are not here to entertain you, but we are definitely here to provide you highest quality of revision material. Okay, the best quality of guidance classes. Okay, the problem solving and how to what master the art of writing. So hence, if you want content, if you want success in the examination, you are supposed to connect with Shield IAS. Do not rush against the big names in the coaching institutes because these are only big names with very less results and they usually produce fake results. Hence, they get notices from the government, yes, or why they publish what fake results by through big advertisements. So always search for an institute which is definitely working hard for your success. So do connect with us, go through the website, start downloading the content and use it for your own benefit. The hard copy is also available in Delhi market, especially Karol Bagh. But if you are placed somewhere else in the country, you can download the material, that is the PDF, for your own benefit and revision. Okay, so please subscribe also the YouTube channel or the video and please share with as many people as possible and aspirants as possible for their own success. So please remain connected. So my next video will be on what Rapid Revision Book 2, that is Indian Polity. Thank you for seeing this and please share. Thank you.